Hi there, everyone. It is currently the 9th of June, 2014. Meteorologist Robert Spetty here with you on a Monday out here in the Western Pacific. And the big topic still today is Invest 93W. Putting a nomenclature on it now, it does look like the NRL, and that's the U.S. military, calling this an invest. And what that means is they're basically looking at this a lot closer, actually running specific model runs on it, putting the satellite over top of it, and putting a floater on this. So we're keeping a very, very close eye on it. Now, as far as its development into a tropical system, we can see it right here, actually. There's a center of circulation just towards the southwest of Taiwan. I don't really expect this to become a named storm, but as we said the last several days, when we first started watching the potential for something developing here last Thursday and the Friday, the biggest threat out of it is going to be some gusty winds across southern Taiwan over towards the southern Japanese islands, but more so that enhanced monsoonal threat, which has already been bringing the heavy rainfall out there for basically northern portions of Luzon. And take a look at this. Some of these rain totals over the past 24 hours. Southern Taiwan, 137 millimeters there for you. Northern portions of Luzon, we're upwards about 66 millimeters in the past 24 hours. So with that said, we're just looking at these showers. They're continuing to kick in. The radar still showing up with them. And we're still expecting it over the next several days, especially across northern portions of Luzon. That's why, at least at this time, we still have that monsoon advisory in place. Remember, this is not an official warning here. This is just our thoughts on it. But I really think that Pagasa is going to be coming out with some sort of advisory here in the near future on what's going to be happening across western portions of Luzon. At this time, though, they're still saying there's a trough of low pressure really in the area and that it is going to be bringing some showers, but for the most part, no official warnings have been put out. So let's take a look at the forecast from a few of the model outlooks here. And remember, we have our low pressure center right there. If we go ahead and take a look at it, ECMWF really initiating rather well. We're going to watch this storm system start to track off towards the northeast on Tuesday and the Wednesday. The whole time really impacting those of you in the southern Japanese islands. And I think the worst of it's going to be Tuesday night into Wednesday morning if you are out here into Okinawa, Naha. You're going to be looking at some gale force winds. Basically on Monday and the Tuesday, some points you could be seeing about 30 millimeters per hour of total rainfall. So that could cause some localized flash flooding. Believe it or not, it does flood into Okinawa, so you want to watch out for that. I mean, right now, radar does show those scattered storms down here towards the south. Still looking at a few scattered storms even across Tokyo, but that's all more so due to the rainy season front, and then this low spawning off a branch of that rainy season front as well. Let's go back to the model, though. Scroll ahead here on Tuesday and the Wednesday. Our low pressure center really starts to spin up, pushes over Naha, brings those gusty winds there for you, and continues to track off there towards the east. Is it going to be developing into a full-blown tropical system? Highly unlikely. Big thing to note, there's your center of circulation. Look at all the dry air flowing in from the northern periphery. These areas in the blue indicate that rainfall. All of it stays down here towards the south. So the biggest threat, though, is going to be that enhanced monsoon. And like I said before, look at this. Same area that I was just showing you a second ago with that monsoon advisory. That's the same locations. You're going to be seeing that persistent precipitation coming in from the west and really building up along those western seaboards. And that's what we mean by that enhanced monsoonal threat, that threat of just persistent rainfall. And once you get that tallying up over the course of several days, we look at the flooding, especially in urban areas. You get that urbanized flooding where you have poor drainage and even mudslides in some of these steeper slopes, basically extending from areas just south of Manila. We're talking about Cavite, all the way off there towards the north, towards the west of Apari. So a lot of people could be impacted by this with this widespread heavy rain. So we definitely want to continue to keep an eye on it through the coming days. I think this rain is going to be not just lasting on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but could even extend out there towards Friday as well. Just a week-long event, a drencher of a storm system. I don't think that's a technical term, but yes, definitely is going to be bringing those scattered showers out here for you. So if you have any questions on this one, I really want to hear your feedback. Like I said, though, Pagasa has not put out anything outside of it. It's a trough of low pressure. They're not going to put out any signal force warnings on this. It's not a tropical depression, and nor so do I think it will become a tropical depression. I mean, at this time, JMA, they don't have any TDs marked on their map. JTWC, no suspect areas, no TCFA. The only thing is, it is an invest at this time. Take a look at some of the other model outlooks, actually. I'll go ahead and pull up the GFS really fast here for you, because it's a lot similar to what we were seeing with the ECMWF, with our low spinning up here by Tuesday and Wednesday, moving off there towards the northeast. But just look at that enhanced monsoonal threat, and GFS even being a little more aggressive and looking at a secondary low developing along that monsoonal enhancement in the South China Sea. And I wouldn't even be surprised if by the weekend we do see something like that, because there's just so much moisture here. And if you have a little bit of circulation, you have all those winds coming in from the southwest. If shear backs off a little bit, we could see that threat, and we could see the threat of something more developing. And even ECMWF, you can see right here, we look at our model here, there's a little bit of a low, and that would just enhance it that much more, bring more of a flood threat. So yeah, if you are out here, just be ready for that. Just be ready for the threat of some flooding, and really just be cautious. I really can't say anything more than that. Try not to do anything silly. If something looks like it's flooded, it probably is flooded. Don't put yourself in harm's way as we continue to watch this storm system really do develop, and just those winds coming in from the southwest bringing that threat of flooding. So I haven't seen any big media coverage on this one as well yet. So if you do watch this video, if you think this information is important enough, please share it out. Share out the website as well, and let's try to get the word out on that risk of some pretty serious damage potentially this week, just due to this persistent rainfall that's going to be setting up. All right, everybody, that is all for right now, everybody. I know my rambling here for about 6 minutes now, so stay safe out there, and thanks for watching.